Get ready to unlock the secrets of the universe. Join us for start time as we celebrate the birth of the SHN-NU legend. SHN-NU legend. Guest speaker path is our topic of discussion. What time is it? Exploring the realms of immortality, unveiling the mysteries of the SHN. Join the conversation on Lion's Den, JJ7 TV. On today, February 16, 2026. Time, 1 p.m. LST. Dive into the depths of spirituality, self-discovery, and the pursuit of eternal life. Our discussion will be led by thought-provoking guests and guided by the wisdom of the SHN.
Understand the concept of immortality and significance. Explore the intersection of spirituality and science. Unlock the secrets of the SHN-NU legend and its relevance to our lives. Don't miss out.
Set your notifications and join the movement. This is a conversation you won't want to miss. Set your notifications and join the movement. This is a conversation you won't want to miss.
All right, welcome to the Lion's Den. My name is JJ7000, the most feared debater on this planet, aka Mandinka Molly. Sit your ass down. I know you can't stand it. That's right, man. We got one of the legends in this comedic walk of life, man. You thought when JJ went out and got Tahuti, he was deep. You thought when JJ went out and got Kamisha. Now I got one of the. Wait, when you get through them, you got to get to this guy right here. I'm talking about Ptah inside. I know y'all scared. Y'all didn't want him to come back. He took a 25-year hiatus, but he's back. And he over here with the den with brother JJ and Sister Kareem and Sister Tay and the rest of the team. That's right. Hit that like, share, subscribe. Welcome to the Lion's Den. Shout out to my wife, my queen, my forever, Jenny Hayes, and rest of the team, Sister Karima. And wait, we got a powerful show today. So any of y'all that's out there that think you know comedic, you might need to sit down and listen to this brother. So before we get into the meat and potatoes, I'm gonna go ahead and introduce the queen of the Lion's Den to my Sister Karima. Go ahead, queen. Introduce yourself.
You already know what to do. If you like the information that's been presented tonight, please hit the like, share the information, subscribe to the YouTube channel if you haven't done so, and enjoy the information. Tell a friend we're going in.
All right. Tap in, tell a friend, hit that like, share, and subscribe. You know what I'm saying? Before we introduce our esteemed guest, our newest member to the den, I want to go ahead and introduce the Lions Den new discussion champion. I'm talking about Miss TJ. She walking in the footsteps of the first discussion champion, but hey, this one right here, hey, she's a little bit younger, and she can get it in with the best of them. Go ahead.
Thank you guys for having me. You guys like and share. Platform. Make sure that you keep it respectful. We here with JJ 7,000. Debate check.
All right, so we can barely hear you, but whatever you said, you know, was on point. All right, so yeah, we got all the players up here. We got one more person to introduce. She's new to the stage. Let me go ahead and put it on full screen, Sister Karima, so we can get to the meat potatoes. Go ahead. Who's the other sister up here? You got to put it on full screen so I can see her name because I just caught it in late. All right, yeah, we got Mrs. Laquita Bird in the building. Welcome to the Lions Den for the first time. Me seeing you. So go ahead and introduce yourself, and then we're gonna get to our esteemed guest. His new home is over here with JJ7K TV and the Lions Den. Go ahead, sis. Laquita. Go ahead, Queen. Tell them what it is. Unless you have a technical problem, I think it was me.
Unmute your mic. We can't hear you.
Oh, okay. I thought it was me. Yeah. Okay. I think she might be having technical problems. Okay, so whenever she get back right, I don't know if y'all can hear it because I can't, but we'll continue with the show. Now, ladies and gentlemen, like I say, this is a master comedic teacher, you know what I'm saying, our author who produces scholarship. He's not a scholar, he's scholarship. That's what he told me. So we're going to introduce the elder. He's been away for a while, but now he's back. God dang on me. Hey, he's back on the scene, man. All you Hotep mummies, you better run and hide on these sarcophagus because he bringing the real truth. I'm talking about Ptah. Asar. Go ahead, Aki. Get it in. Tell them what it is.
Dua, Panata, Pupamaat, Onkwestejet, Onkuja, Seneb, Anuk, Anuk is Meduneta, I am Ptah Sikasa. I am the royal scribe, master craftsman, and keeper of time of our cosmic time, and the chief executive officer of the Nagaship Association. And you are watching the Lions Den with Sister Karima and Sister MZTJ and our master of ceremony, Mali Mandika. And you will desire to acquire the ability to experience the phenomenon of being. So I would like to say Panata Apupa Ma'at, which means how sweet is the Ma'at truth of the Puat Netaruz. Onk Wastejed, life, power, stability. Onk Uja Seneb, life, prosperity, health. And Ubin, Nefikia Panebu Haru Ma'ati, rising always in divine excellence with Ma'at all day, every day, all day. I want to thank you for inviting me to your platform. I am honored to be among the Queen Mother Goddess today. And I say to you all, Dua.
All right, Elder, man. I got to ask some questions, like when did you, get this calling? That's my first question to become a Saba, a teacher. Because some of this stuff that that you presented to me, I had never heard in my life from anybody in the community that called themselves a comedic teacher. I'm talking about all of them. I ain't got to name no names. We ain't calling nobody out. But what led you in this direction, Elder? Go ahead. You got the...
Yeah, for those of you who want to, I know I'm new on these platforms today, but I was back there 25 years ago with the conscious community, back with Sarah and Polite and Hawk West and the whole crew 25 years ago. But I was not into these debates because it was, anyways, I had to fall back. So I had to fall back 25 years, and I'm still here, and I'm back, and I'm black, and I'm back. And I like to say that if you want to Google me, I am the chief mortuary architect at the MNCAAA. Just Google MNCAAA, which is the Museum of the National Center for Afro-American Artists. That's 300 Walnut Ave in Roxbury. That's the Royal Burial Chamber, tomb room of a Nubian Nesubiti, a Nubian king named Aspalta. Oh, I am the chief mortuary architect. It's been there for 40 years. It's the best kept secret in America. You can't go to the Metropolitan New York and see a reconstructed Egyptian burial chamber. You cannot go you cannot go to the Smithsonian. You cannot go to in San Diego to the Rosicrucian. You gotta go to Kemet to see an Egyptian tomb room. There's one in Roxbury in Boston, Mass, at the Royal Burial Chamber at the Museum of the National Center of African American Artists. I also
What you got, Elder? Hit that like, share, and subscribe, everybody. Thank you for everybody sharing this on the platform. The new system on the platform. If you want, you can hit that to the top right and share it to your Facebook so all your people can see that you're in here with greatness. You hear me, sister? You're in here with greatness. Real scholars. Go ahead. Put them on the big screen so we can see that the real calendar. Not this
is the original. This is the original calendar of mankind. It took me 50 years to do it. I presented it to the Kemetic community 30 years ago. They wasn't ready for it because I deciphered the primordial essence of our ancestors from the Mastaba text, the pyramid text, the coffin text, the Kemenu, the Shabaka stone, the Book of Known overthrown, the Book of Known the evolutions of Ra and overthrown the Pepi, the Theban text, the Heliopolis text. It's all combined and condensed into this Ipeteru. Ipet means to measure. Shabit. Mtwa Heru Pamaat. Shabit means the shadow. Twa means star. And Ma'at means in the doctrines of Ma'at. It's called a calendar. We call it an Ipeteru. Ipet means to measure. Heru means the day. We call it Ipeteru or Shabit Mtwa Heru Pamaat. It's the original calendar of mankind. There are 9 days in a week. There's a poem that says, before the Romans and the Greeks, there were 9 days in every week, and time was kept by charting stars that were visible on our calendar. Aware of the movement of the earth, stars, and moon, these ancient African indigenous primordial ancestral peoples were cosmically attuned. But before I jump the gun and we get out of control here, I know that nobody know me, so I'm going to present. I am not a scholar. I do not practice scholarship. I have scholarship, but I am not a scholar, because the first school of scholarship is Plato, and Plato was a Greek, and Plato went to my school. So why would I say I'm a student of Plato when he's my student? It doesn't make sense. I teach the Nagaship. They teach scholarship. The scholarship is his story. I teach the Nagaship. The Nagaship is our story. So I'm here to talk about our story. And our story spans millions and millions of years. They got you compartmentalized on this Gregorian calendar of a 5,000-year-old story that the pyramids were built 5,000 years ago. It doesn't make sense. It's not computing. You want the receipts? We're bringing the receipts. I got the PowerPoint's going to be up. This is the SHN-NU legend. The discussion today, the topic of discussion is the SHN-NU legend. The SHN-NU legend, this is the SHN-NU legend. This spherical diagram is the SHN-NU legend. This is the precious treasure. This is your precious treasure. This is immortality. Okay? And I'm here to deliver this to the people. I tried to work through the commissions, and 30 years ago, I have 9 days in a week. They said there's not 9 days a week. They said it's 10 days a week. I said, yes, there is 10 days in a week, but that's on a lunar cycle calendar. Our calendar is a triune. Why would you just feed me one aspect of it when you could feed me all three? Because we always have to triangulate. When you're dealing with the cosmic collective consciousness spirituality of our ancestors, you must triangulate your thoughts. That means sacred science, divine math, and your cultural spirituality. You must always use the metaphysical aspects of this triangulation. And if it's not, and then you have to add astrology and astronomy, and then you have to add the medunetta for the sounds, the resonance, the frequencies, the vibration, and to produce the proper acoustics in order to have absolute accountability and style validation. So I'm bringing you the receipts, I'm bringing you the requisition slips, I'm bringing you everything you need for you scholars, and I'm going to show you how to follow the World Wide Web, because everything I'm going to tell you is in the public domain that you can do your due diligence and be detectives. Since you're detectives, I'm going to give you something to detect, okay? We're going to lay this down because you seem to be missing some classes here. I don't know why your teachers haven't told you this. I tried to tell you 30 years ago, but I'm back. I'm going to be as peaceful as I can and as harmonic as I can, but we're going to deliver. But first, before I even begin, this is the Nagaship. This is primordial temple discipline. So even before I speak, I have to perform. There are rules of engagement. You can't debate me because first you have to know the rules of engagement. And the rules of engagement, you have to produce, you have to present yourself before the cosmic forces that allowed you love, guidance, protection through the daily experiences of pondable matter. So I shall do this by performing my Hesi, my Saku, my affirmation, my cosmic libations. I may address the cosmic forces so I may have permission to speak, and my words be Machiru. Machiru means true of voice. Machiru means victorious and righteously great. So we're going to work the Medu Nether in so that we can create a harmonic resonance for the acoustics so that we can balance ourselves in Ma'at as we continue this dialogue. Remember, the topic of discussion today is the precious treasure. It is the SHN-NU, is the birth of the SHN-NU legend, which is the precious treasure. And your precious treasure is immortality. You're immortal and don't even know it.
You
think that you're a mental, physical, spiritual, subjugated slave, that you're an indentured servant. It doesn't make sense. This is dysfunctional. So we're gonna lay out the balance because we're gonna bring forth the greatest story never told. And I'm gonna break this down terrestrially, then we're gonna move terrestrially, then we're gonna move cosmically, then we're gonna go right into the primordial ocean of nothing, right into the origins of existence and the creation development of the universe, so that you can understand the four age-old questions. The four age-old questions. Anybody know what the four age-old questions are? Who am I?
That's right.
Where do I come from?
Rock.
Why am I here? And where am I going?
Where I'm
going? So before I can even say this, I'm still jumping the gun. I haven't even done my Hesi and everything. So I have to perform my Hesi. Then I have to ask the permission for the ancestors and the great Sebas for permission to speak. This is rules of engagement. So when you can perform your rules of engagement and you can perform your Hesi and Sakura, you can debate me about anything. I want to know what you got to say. That means you're a Shemsu-NU. I'm not dealing with no Shemsu sets right now. I got mothers crying, I got babies dying, and I got stars aligning. Okay, this is a new age order, the great golden age of Asar. We're living in the great golden age. We just came out of the age of so-called Pisces, which is Uncle Set, and we dawned on the age of Aquarius, which is Asar, in the year 2012, on December 21st, on the winter solstice. Our sun passed through the Milky Way galaxy, and we just entered into the great golden age. So you're living in two great golden ages. How many people who lived on this planet can say this? Do you understand how fortunate you are? You are the descendants of enslaved people and people who lived here in America. We wasn't brought here from Africa. We was already here. We was brought from Africa, but we was already here when we got here. Okay, we came from South America. We circumvented this whole planet. We circumnavigated the whole planet. We came in and this is hundreds of thousands of millions. We're talking the story. Our story is millions and millions of years old. But let me slow down again. I'm all hyped up. I'm on the lion's den. You know what I'm saying? I'm all hyped up. Let me perform my Hesi, my Saku, my affirmation, my cosmic libation, so I may command the cosmic forces that affords, allows us love, guidance, protection, and pay my respect to the elders and the Sebas who are here around, and also to those who have transitioned recently and before. So I shall begin. Let me make sure I got my mathematical equation in front of me, because I don't want to have my mathematical equations not be right. It's like having a spaceship trying to land on the planet, and you don't put the correct data into your spaceship. You're going to be a crash land on the airstrip. You be a cleanup in aisle 5. I don't want to be a cleanup in aisle 5. Okay. I'm going to perform my Hesi, my Saku, my affirmation, and my cosmic libation. It used to be in the 60s and the 70s, in the 80s and the 90s, you was able to take out a cup of water and pour it on a plate and say, Ashe, Ashe. I asked the ancestors for permission to speak. And that was the way you would pay respect to the ancestors. That was the old age. That don't work no more. That was back then when we didn't know. Today we know. And today you must identify yourself with that star, Subtit, Cyrus, and our star, Ra. And it rises on July 25th on the Gregorian calendar. When this happens, that's the helical rising. That indicates scientifically that Earth has made one complete revolution of the sun. That's called New Year's. That's the Ren Pet, the wet Ren Pet. But you got to go down to New York, down in Times Square on December 31st and watch some mechanical ball. No wonder why you don't know who you are. You're under somebody's spell. You're eating this food. But we're going to get into all that. I'm jumping the gun again. I'm just happy to be on your platform, brother. How mind me? Let me perform my Hesse. My Saku.
Yeah.
My affirmation and my cosmic libation. I'm about to begin. All right, Siba?
Yeah. Go ahead.
Hete poo, hete poo, hete poo. Dua, dua, dua-oo, dua-oo. A Nezarek, Ramech, E.M. Hotep. Greetings and divine greatness, divine excellence to the first families of the New Age Order. My Nagas, my Shemsarus, my Nesubitis, my Hemets, Sibas and Sibats, Mutnatats, the immortal ones of Ma'at, cherished, the phenomenon of precession, New Age Order, great golden age of Ma'at Hapi Asar, and all citizens, descendants of the Nile Valley Cultural Cosmic Collective Consciousness Spirituality. O Ast-Ermu Patnataru Pa-Nebu, the mother of the Patnatarus, the mistress of Pet, the maker of mankind, she who is mighty in Usa Medunefe Heka'u, divine words of power, mother of all initiations, bless and protect with abundance us humble servants for Ankh life, being now present, for we seek the counsel of the ancient ones, and we practice daily the ancient Ma'atian ways and the ancient Ma'atian truths. We strive evermore to become one with you in this world and in the existence to come. We ask that you bless and protect us with abundance on this, the 208th Haru, day of the year after the Helika rising. 152 Haru, days remaining until Ubin Suptit Cyrus rising. Upawat, Mai Tawi, Wetron Pet Dejidheb, New Year's celebration. The 28th Haru day of the 6th Abet month of Het Haru. The 4th Haru day of Ra. The 28th Haru day of the 3rd Abet month of the 2nd Ertra season of Aket. Renpet year number 15 AFNK/ST. After the founding of New Kemet, Naga Kemet, Samai Tawi, phenomenon of precession, New Age Order, great golden age of Ma'at Hapi Asar. We ask that you bless and protect our families and friends and all those of us who gather together to worship in your most holy, sacred, and glorious ancient Tamari name of Ast-Ermu Patnataru Pa-Nebu. For in the act of seeking you, there is much comfort. So is it spoken, so let it be written, so let it be done. So shall it be for now and forever forward. Ra Nebuchadnezzar, Pa Nata Apupama Ati, Onkwas de Jet, Onkuja Seneb, Ubenefi Kia Panaburu Mati, rising always in divine excellence with Ma'at, every day, all day, every day. Atun Ra, Pearl Tep. Thank you very much, Siba. So the reason that I'm doing this, the reason that I have to do this is because I have to align myself with the cosmic forces. And if we're going to show you, I'm going to show you a PowerPoint of the Sphinx or Herokuti or Sekhmet. And inside the breast, there is a stela. It's called the Dream Stela of Jeruti, the Thutmose the fourth. And I'm going to show you in Meduneta where you see at the beginning, you see the mathematical equation of the day, the month. When it starts off, reading from right to left, top to bottom, and it reads off, you'll see it. He's saying the same thing. Everybody has to do it from now to back then, millions of years ago. This is the rules of engagement to connect yourself to the cosmic forces. You have to tell me, so today is the 208th day of the year, meaning 208 days ago was July 25th. On July 25th on the Gregorian calendar, on the Giza Plateau, on the Nilotic Meridian, you look to the east in the morning, and before the sun rises, you'll see the Pleiades comes up over the horizon. Then after the Pleiades, you'll see Orion's belt, a constellation of Orion, and you see the three belts. And then it goes up, and before it comes up, as it's coming up, the sun's rising. And before the sun rises, bing, here comes Cyrus. And Cyrus appears, and the sun appears as soon as Cyrus appears, and you'll see the sun and a star in the sky. It is the only time that this phenomenon, it is an anomaly. It is the only time that it occurs that you can look in the sky and see the sun and a star. When the sun sets, you'll see stars, you'll see Jupiter, but you'll never see a star with the sun unless it's the helical rising. And when you see the star and the sun rise at the same time, that indicates scientifically, remember we're triangulating, scientifically and mathematically, that our Earth has made one complete revolution around the sun. It's the aging process, and every time the Earth revolves around the sun, now in our days, we're going to go through the seasons and break all that down, but I want to jump, I'll go into all this narrative in a minute. Now, the rules of engagement number 2 is I have to produce the living. Now, most people have a diet. We don't have a diet because in etymology, die is in the word. This is what they give you. They feed you every day a diet. You have to adopt the nugget, the 5 golden rules of the living. And the 5 golden rules of the living. Everybody, please, requisitions, my prerequisitions is that you got a pen in front of you and a notepad, because I don't like to repeat myself, because I don't like to, if you can just write this down, please. Right. My Sebas and Sebas. Rule number 1, eat only of the seed. Rule number 1, eat only of the seed. If it doesn't have a seed, don't put it in your mouth. The only thing that you put in your mouth that doesn't have a seed is water. And of course, when you're a baby, your mother's nipple. Don't forget your mother's nipple. Okay, I try to keep a little comedy here. I hope somebody chuckled on that one. Okay, eat only of the seed. If it doesn't have a seed, don't put it in your mouth. The only thing you put in your mouth that doesn't have a seed is water. I'm trying to tell you. Okay, and your mother's nipple. Now, rule number 2 is never, I repeat, never eat. Eat and drink at the same time. When you eat and drink when you chew your food, never eat and drink at the same time is rule number 2. When you chew your food properly, it produces saliva that will give you the liquid to make you digest your food down your throat, through your stomach, your digestive tract, into your large intestine. But when you eat and drink at the same time, you create an acidy brew. That's why everybody got these big bellies. That's why all these women that was once in high school with all them fine figures, but now you started doing your thing and you got your kids and you're eating and drinking and you're finding yourself, you got to head down to the YMCA or to the club, get your workout. Okay? I'm trying to keep a little comedy here too, get to take the tension off.
Yeah.
So what I'm saying though now, when you eat and drink at the same time, you create an acidy brew. Everybody begins to become deformed. You become disshaped. You got all the guys have it's called the 500 Club. Everybody got a big belly. All the men got big belly like they're pregnant. You know what I mean? They got comes down here, that big blop here, that blop down the back of your neck, and they lose their hair. You lose your hair because you're burning out your hair follicles. I'm 71 years old. You know what I'm saying? I've been a vegetarian since I was 13 years old. When I was going into high school. I was born in the temple, so I was blessed. But I never ate meat in 60-something years. So, but I'm just saying that's rule number 2. Never eat and drink at the same time. So when you eat, before you eat, drink the liquid. Boom. Now, eat the food when you eat. So you're gonna see some people got to tie their arm behind their back because your arm is gonna break that chain. Your arm is gonna reach for that glass. Believe me, you're conditioned. But try to control yourself and eat. Then, you got to wait 45 minutes, and you're going to feel it go. You're going to feel it release, and when it releases, that means that the solids went into the large intestine, and then you could drink. And when you drink, it'll go right down into the small intestine to the urine. So the small intestine, you go to the urine, and the large intestine goes out your stool. Bam! Now you're working with your body. Okay. Rule number 3 is eat as the table earth prepares the food from the vine, from the tree, from the vine, or from the ground. It's only coming from 3 places. If it's not coming from them places, don't eat it. Okay? Unless, if you're in a famine and UNICEF is dropping boxes out of helicopters and stuff, that's a different situation. But you want to proceed with the 3. With the vine, the tree, and the ground. Okay. Now, rule number 4 is never, I repeat, never eat to your fill. Don't overeat. Don't glut yourself. Don't eat everything in the room. Save something for someone else because you're going to overload the body and shut down the body and that is detrimental in Ma'atian of you. And rule number 5 is 5 simple rules. And 5 is fast occasionally. For certain periods of the year, you must refrain from eating to cleanse, purify, and detox the body of all the contamination that you fed it for the last 3, 6, 7 months. You got to let the body cleanse itself. Okay? And some people doing that, the holistic teachers, there's Rasekis and Sekis, they do it during the lunar cycles, the full moons. You fast to cleanse the body. This is a cycle that you have to produce, repeat constantly to cleanse and maintain your physical purity. And there's 5 golden rules. Now, you wake up in the morning, first thing you do is you break the rule. You ran in the kitchen, you're supposed to. She told me she's going to the bathroom, and she bangs it right to the kitchen and opens the refrigerator. Now she's eating late at night, and your body can't eat and sleep. You can't lay down and digest. It's like trying to move your bowels on the toilet and move your bowels laying down. You have to sit down. You can't lay down. You can't lay down and digest. That's why people have these problems, and the high blood pressure is a silent killer, and the sodium that you eat, and so on and so forth. But we're going to move on from this. I just want to lay down the rules of the Nagaship as we continue this dialogue, because I'd like to see everybody here tomorrow. I don't want you to get hit by my purpose of the night. I need you to see the sunlight, the sunrise tomorrow. So I'm just initiating a level playing ground, because we're all on different grids. We're trying to get us all on the same grid. You can't play baseball on a basketball court. You can't play hockey on a tennis court, right? We have to be on, they're called playing grids. They're grids. We all need to be on the same grid. This is the grid I'm trying to get everybody on. It's called the cosmic time. This is the Ipeteru Shabitem Tuarupama. We have to all be under one calendar. Take down the Gregorian calendar from your wall. It is insidious. It is heinous. It is there to destroy us. Okay, so the topic of discussion is what time is it start time? Do you want to take this from here and I'll follow your narrative, Siba? I just ordered to give the opening. Dua. Are you with me, Mali? I just wanted to give you time to acknowledge something if you wanted to navigate something.
Okay, I was multitasking. Yeah, as y'all can see, man, this is a different kind of comedic that we used to, a comedic teacher that we used to seeing. He has more of a message. His message is not just to attack the Bible like you see some of these regular cats. We don't want to hear you come on here and attack the Bible. We want you to teach us what you know. And that's a difference. See, a lot of these guys, they come on here and you're supposed to be teaching comedic stuff, and you're up here attacking the Bible. What you doing? We need to see you in the book of the dead. Some goddamn on. We're teaching some of that, some of the spells, getting you guys prepared for the afterlife to be with Osiris. How come you ain't getting mummified? I got questions for some of you cats. Go ahead, Elder. Get it to you.
Yeah, we're gonna get into these. We're gonna get into these questions. The questions are so. The question is, who am I? Remember, we ruled this planet for 10 million years. Not this 5,000-year-old story they tell you. It can't be 5,000 years old story. Okay. Do you have these PowerPoints, Queen Mother, the ones with the earth? First of all, let's break down time. Because everybody, they tell you the earth is flat. There's so many silly nonsense going on out here. There's an order that applies to all things. This order is called the order of existence. It was issued by the creator of all things, Ra, Nebuchadnezzar Ra, to ensure the continuous perpetual evolutions of all things. So when I speak to you today of the new age order, of the great golden age of Ma'ata Asar, and the new age order star gospel of the self-creation of Ra Nebuchadnezzar Ra, it is of this order that I speak. Many are the mysteries concerning the universe and the Ankh, life that is found within it. This is also true regarding the theories, laws that govern them. Who am I? Where do I come from? Why am I here? And where am I going? All the known and unknown forces of the universe are of one origin. Necessity becomes the order by which these forces reveal themselves. Existence demands that energy be spent. Existence is realized by the expansion of energy that must have a source. In the case of our universe, Ankh, life, is always associated to heat and movement, but the energy that drives the entire universe is of the direct result of the self-creation of Ra Nebuchadnezzar radiation, which produces the phenomenon of attraction and repulsion, along with the anomalies of heat and movement. So I don't want to bring you. I don't know which I'm gonna bring you from the terrestrial level up, or from the celestial, from the cosmic, from the primary ocean down. I'm gonna bring you from the terrestrial level right here on this planet. We're gonna bring you up because I got the scholars here today. I know this is the conscious community and your scholars. Remember, to be a scholar means that you come from the school of Plato. So you got to strike against you already. I know your information you think is hip, is on point, and you don't think it's pseudo. It's the most pseudo thing you got. There's nothing worse than a melanated person with a European mind. And if you're a scholar, you come from scholarship. If you have scholarship, I have scholarship, but I'm not a scholar. Because once I say I'm a scholar, I came from the school of Plato. Plato was a Greek. Plato went to my school. So you have to have the Naga ship. The Naga ship is the bark of millions of years. Inside the Naga ship is the sun. The sun rides inside the boat. It's called the Majet boat. That's the Naga ship. And when you see the sun has a black dot in the middle. That is our symbol for immortality. Does anybody know what that black dot in the middle is? Is my Queen Mother with me? Can you find can you find a picture with the eclipse and just flash it up there so we can have some type of resonance of? Oh, there you go. I see you. I see you. Oh yeah, there you go. Keep going. Keep going up. Keep going up. Going up. Go down. I see you. Go the other way. Go the other way. Okay, yeah, because you're headed in the direction we're going to be headed in, because we're going to be dealing with the 3 dimensions of time and the 3 motions of the earth and the 3 dimensions of time. You're doing very good. Just keep going, Queen Mother. Keep going till you see the sun, an eclipse. Give me an eclipse, because I just want to show them what's on top of the mothership, what's on top of the Naga ship. And inside, so when you see, so the Naga ship shows you, I want to show you, I want that one there eventually. That's going to be the spring equinox. That's how I'm going to line everybody up and everything. So this way here, because I'm going to show you how to show everything I'm going to show you today, you already know. You just don't remember. It's in your DNA. I'm going to hit that nerve. I'm going to touch that pineal gland and make it discrete some fluid. Then it's going to run down on top of your chakras, and you stop feeling goosebumps on your back. That ain't goosebumps. That's your chakras igniting. Okay? I want to see somebody get an epiphany today. If I'm not doing my job, if nobody gets an epiphany, just fire me. Okay? Okay, we're going to go down. Anyways, on top of the Naga ship is the sun. And on the sun, it's on every megalithic temple in Kemet, in front of the temples, in front of the shrines, inside the tombs. It's all over the world. Angkor Wat, Angkor Thom, Borobudur, Tia Khan, Puma Punku, Sakse Huame. It doesn't matter where you're at on the world. Our symbol is embedded in all these megalithic and monolithic architectural monuments with its polygonal and polymer architecture. And these symbols are embedded in there, 5 inches deep. It's carved in there. You can read it in Braille. Ray Charles could read it with his walking stick. It's there. It'll resist earthquakes. It'll resist tsunamis, all the environmental relapse that are going to occur. The tsunamis, the earthquakes, the volcanoes, the solar flares off the sun that are earth directed, that's going to cause these environmental relapse. It will preserve itself and outlast these catastrophic incidents because of our architecture, and the symbol is right on top of it. It's been there. There's been many. It's called extinction protocols. We've been around this. Okay, let me just break it down. Mathematically, scientifically, with our cultural, cosmic, collective conscious spirituality, let's break it down. The earth, first of all, what is time? Time is the movement or measurement of the light through the void of deep, dark, cold space from one point or distance to another. Its speed is 198,000 miles per second. Light is the absence of darkness, and darkness is the absence of light. Light is the giver of Ankh, life, to all things on the terrestrial plane within the atomic domain. Ankh, life, is the awareness and consciousness of being. Ankh, life, is the generic expression of the light. It's only found in 3 forms exclusively: solids, liquids and gases, matter, the elements, nature, department of the gods and goddesses. However, the light is not the Zep Tepi. Zep means first, Tepi means time. The light is not the first time. The light is not the origins of existence, creation, development, universe. The light is atomic energy. The light is is a hydrogen atom. The light, the sun, is a proton and neutron surrounded by a nucleus that has an electron. It's an atom. It's the Heka. Now, when the light shines its light upon anything, it will produce a shadow. Now you're using our sacred Kemetic principles to understand that which was incomprehensible is now revealed to you because you're using the primordial metaphysical comprehension of the teachings of our sacred doctrines. When the light shines down on anything, it casts a shadow. Ask yourself, what is a shadow? You don't know. You see, the shadow's going to follow you around all day. It's fine. You can't get rid of it. You don't care. You don't know and you don't care. It doesn't make sense. The creator and the Netcherus, who they call the gods and goddesses, are speaking to you every day. Today, on the Gregorian calendar, is February the 17th. And on the North Pole in Alaska, there's a total eclipse of the sun. The next visible total eclipse of the sun is going to be one 2027 on August the 2nd in Kemet, over the pyramid in the Temple of Luxor. I'm organizing a trip to Kemet. I'm bringing all the Kemetic masters. We're all coming together. Mefundishi, Kajara, Kaba Kamini. We're all coming together with our Trupe. We're going to come together as a global gathering to visualize this once in a lifetime, once in a century phenomenon of this anomaly that's going to appear over the pyramids. Excuse me, Steve? Okay. All right. So I'm just saying. So now this phenomenon.
Go ahead.
Was you speaking to me? What about the Queen Mothers?
You ain't inviting Jabari? What's going on, man?
Anyways, the Queen Mothers. I'd like to hear the voice of the Queen Mother to say something so that we can have some feminine energy. We need some vocal from the feminine energy, so the acoustic of the feminine energy, because this masculine energy that's perpetrating right here on this broadcast. I need to hear the voice of the feminine energy to say something, please.
I'm pretty much digging the information, but I'm trying to go and get the other images because these are not.
Okay, I know you're busy. Yeah, I just wanted to hear your voice.
There's questions. So there's a lot of people want to ask you questions.
Okay, I just want to hear from you right now. I want to hear from you and anybody on the panel. We'll talk to my Ramets. The people are called the Ramets. We're going to get to the Ramets in the minute. By the time I finish, I'm going to answer all the questions. I'm getting ready to take them into the cosmic. I'm getting ready to take them into the primordial ocean of nothingness, where they're going to have to grow some gills. I'm going to make them breathe water. Then I'm going to bring them out of there from the subatomic into the atomic, into solids, liquids, and gases, into matter, into the planetary, into the black hole, into our core of the Milky Way galaxy, to our 9 planets here on the Earth. I'm getting ready to take them on a ride. All right. But first, I'm going to bring them there. I just wanted to hear the feminine voice because I needed the feminine energy because we have to have balance here. There must be balance in our narrative in order for Ma'at. I wanted Ma'at to be president. Plus, I need love too. I need to hear the feminine energy because I'm trying to make sure that it's fluctuating. So I can continue now. I appreciate you, Mutnatat, for saying what you said. And if the other Queen Mother would like to say something, she can speak right now also.
I think her microphone is kind of messed up.
Okay, no problem. I will continue then.
Speak with you in the spirit, Elder. Go ahead.
So we just broke down. Okay, so we just broke down what time is. Time is the move. Time is the measurement of light. So before there was light, there was no time. So that means time is atomic energy. So time is atomic energy, and the light is, and when it radiates itself on anything, it produces a shadow. So if light is atomic energy, that shadow has to be subatomic. So now when we go into the subatomic universe, we're going into the innerverse. Okay, so we have so in order for there to be light, them black holes, that Milky Way galaxy is scientifically called dark body radiation. NASA calls it dark body radiation. LaPlante calls it dark body radiation. Stephen Hawking He has a book on dark body radiation, black holes, and how it spins. And the outer part has the Ergus field, and the Ergus field has the inner event horizon, and the outer event horizon, and the inner event horizon. Until you get so close, you get sucked into that black hole. You get the spaghetti effect, and now it goes. You get the spaghetti effect, and they say you go back to the commonality. They don't know where you go when the sun gets sucked. If the sun gets sucked into the black hole because it loses its gravitational field, they don't know. They're telling you about the Big Bang. They know it's a lie. You know how they know it's a lie? Everybody, your scholars, Google it. Google JWST. Just Google on your wireless device you got beside you. JWST, which is the James Webb Space Telescope. It's the cousin of the Hubble. The Hubble is the cousin of COBE. COBE is COBE, Cosmic Observatory Background Explorer. It's part of my book, The Cosmic Egg, aka aka the primeval germ, a journey of 59 plus 20. Blast that book up there, Queen Mother. The book. Show them the book. Are you with me?
Yeah, we're here. We're here. Yeah,
the book right there. There it is. There you go. Yeah. That's the book. The Cosmic Egg, aka the primeval germ, a journey of 59 plus 21 zeros, written by Mr. Richard Bruce Wallace. He's the high priest. I didn't write the book. My contributions to the book is I contributed all the illustrations, the chromatics, the schematics, the translations of the Medunetha, the text, all the text and all the scripts, and decipherment is my work. All the illustrations is my work. I did not write this book, but I read it over 100 times. Okay. And the book is available in PDF form right now. Right now it's in Barnes and Noble. It's in Kindle. It's on Amazon. But, right now it's going into a new edition. Okay. It's a bridge reproduction of the book that's happening now because we're going into color. We're giving color photos. All the color pictures are in black and white. We're going to upgrade it to color. But that book is online right now. Or you could get the PDF file. You can go down, hit the link down below, my PayPal. And the descriptions below, and email, and then you can order it on PayPal, which will have your email, and I can contact you with your email. If you want to buy the calendar, you can buy the calendar. You can buy the Ipetaru Shabitem Tuaru Pamat. It's $25 plus $5 shipping and handling. Or you could buy the book, the PDF file. It's up to you. I'm gonna give you the rough draft and the rundown right now. I'm gonna take you on your journey right now. So now let's continue. The earth, so we just talked about the light, because the light is the movement or motion, time. We're talking about time. Time is the movement or motion of the light through the void of deep dark cold space from one point of distance to another. So before there was light, there was no time, because time is the movement of the light. So we have to go subatomic, and that's where that egg is. That picture you see right there, that egg, that red and blue heat signatures, just Google, everybody Google CBR. If you have a wireless device and you're a student of scholarship and you want to do your due diligence, just Google, CBR, which is cosmic background radiation, or CBMR, cosmic background microwave radiation. And that's the picture you're going to get. It's an egg-shaped anomaly. So the COBE satellite, somebody said, well, what would happen if we turned the camera to the deepest part and darkest part of space? And they did. And they took a picture into that deep void of space, and they came up with this egg-shaped anomaly. And because of its red and blue heat signature, because they have spectral photometers aboard the COBE satellite, the Cosmic Observatory Background Explorer. Just Google COBE, Cosmic Observatory Background Explorer. This is what you're going to get. This is what my book is about. It's called The Cosmic Egg. Except that Cosmic Egg, and you can see the title, it says it's an acronym. EGGG is an acronym. It's not EGG. Not EGG. It's EGGG. and that's an acronym for energy, germination, growth, and gravity. We're breaking down. So inside that book, we have the RSGUT, which is the Rotharian star grand unification theorem. Okay? Einstein didn't have M equals MC squared is not a grand unification theorem, because Einstein's theory is on theorem is on light, atomic energy. He knew about the speed of light because he understood our Kemetic ancestors, and the base of the Merkur, the Great Pyramid, is 198 pyramidal or sacred cubics, which is the speed of light, 198,000 miles per second. That's the base of our pyramid. Our ancestors built that pyramid 250,000 years ago. And that pyramid is located, for those of you into geography and geographical locations, if you have a world map, if you have a map, a landmass, the landmass of the world on your wall, well, most of you as scholars should have it. Just go up to your wall and go up to the top of the register. You see 30 longitude. Put your finger on 30 longitude, then go over to the left side of that map and get 30 latitude as you go down. And then you bring 30 longitude, 30 latitude, and you cross-section it, and it'll land right over the Great Pyramid. So our ancestors built the Great Pyramid on the center of the world landmass millions of years ago. Not no 5,000 years ago. Today, they got you on GMT. Anybody know what GMT is? Anybody know what UTC, Universal Time Coordinated, or GMT is Greenwich Mean Time. That means they have us on 52 parallels north of the equator in Stonehenge, England. They moved these Europeans moved the center of the world that you keep time with. Your watch is on GMT and UTC. NASA uses ZT. They use Zulu time. Matter of fact, China told the United States and Germany, we're not using GMT and UTC. That's slave. That time is for slave people for slavery. That time is for people who are indentured servant, for people going to the plantation that needs that time. They don't want that time. Because they know, everybody knows the pyramid is the center of the world landmass. So why would I even want to bother with Stonehenge being the center of the world landmass when it's 52 parallels north of the equator? It don't make no sense. Nobody's challenging these people because the only way we can come to the table is we have to have an ipetadu. We have to have a calendar. Then we can have our sovereignty to come to the table of the world masses of these billionaires, these vampire people who are killing us every day. Is it okay for me to talk like this on Streamline? I won't get you in trouble, will I?
No, go ahead.
Yeah, so I like being on the Lions Den. It's like Crumb TV. You can say what you want to say. Some people they get me restricted. I like to be, I could be restricted. I like to be free-spirited. I just like to speak to my people freely because some people might be eating that food at McDonald's today. They're finding out they're feeding you human people in McDonald's and Burger King. All these people are feeding you human flesh mixed in with the other ground meat, with the bones. Listen, I don't want to get into that. Let's just continue with the cosmic thought, the star revelation. We're talking about time and relating to time. And so let's just relate to it now. Now, there's 3 motions of the earth. Bring up the screen with your PowerPoint thing so I can look at it. Move the top, Queen Mother Goddess. So the earth has the earth has 3 motions. Everybody write this down. The earth has 3 motions. The first motion, it rotates on its axis. You learn this in school. But they cut you off. I'm going to show you where they cut you off. They left you hanging. They set you on a path of limitation because they didn't want you to know this. The first motion of the earth. Do you want to put up the some illustration for the PowerPoint by Mutnatat, by Queen Mother Goddess? You want to have the earth rotates on its axis. 24 hours and 35 minutes is the original time of the rotation of the earth. But the second motion, okay, go down. And the second motion would be go down or go up or down. You're going to see the earth spinning. Okay, go down. I'll go the other way. I'm sorry. Go ahead the other way. There you go. Go ahead. Keep going. You're going to show that the earth rotates. There you go. Now you're coming up on it. Use the one, that's the earth rotating with the 2 earth. Use the one next to it, the blue one. Use the blue one. The one, yeah. There you go. Okay, does everybody see this here? The earth is rotating on it. Can you blow that up? Can you enlarge that? Can we get a little large enlargement on my screen? Is mine just with a small screen? I don't know. I just want to make sure that everybody that's looking, for all the scholars, because I know I want to show them this isn't pseudo knowledge or nothing. This is what's the word? Anyways, this is true evidence for you. Okay, I'm bringing the receipts. I'm bringing you the requisition slips, the blue slip, the red slip, the white slip. The Earth rotates on its axis. It spins on its axis. It rotates 24 hours and 35 minutes in one rotation. But under 24 hours and 35 minutes, the second motion of the Earth, it revolves around the sun. And when it revolves around the sun, that's 360 days. And the reason why this is the original calendar of man at times of the rotation is because it's a solar calendar. So we have a solar, write this down, please. Solar, sidereal, or sidereal, which is the star Sirius, and it's lunar. So our calendar is solar, sidereal, or sidereal, and lunar. Okay, the Kemetic calendar they give you is a lunar cycle calendar. It's 30 days in a month. It's 10 days in a week. Why would our Kemetic people give me a calendar that my colonizers wanted me to have? So who is the informant here? Who is the implant here? We're going to expose all the implants today. Okay, I am not throwing nobody up under the bus, but if you get up under the bus, I'm throwing the gas pedal on and I'm putting it in reverse. Okay, I'm just letting you know. I got mothers crying, I got babies dying, and the stars are aligning. And we just completed a 26,000 year cycle, and we're moving on 15 years into this new cycle. The Earth, the sun is dragging 9 planets into the cosmic rift as we begin. And solar viscous matter and solar flares are going to be, CME is going to be pulled off the surface of the sun. It's going to be earth directed. It's going to shut down an electromagnetic pulse. Nothing electronic is going to run. Your refrigerator is going to shut off. Your lights are going to shut off. Your phones ain't going to work. There's no communication. You can't freeze your food. What are you going to do, everybody? Nobody's telling you this is going to happen. I'm trying to let you know, and I'm going to show you how you're going to know, because I'm going to tether you to cosmic time so that you know, and you're going to feel it in your DNA. This ain't nothing new. You already knew. You just didn't remember. You didn't remember. You've been eating that food every day, that poison, and you can't think. Your blood is not moving through your veins. You're getting all these headaches. But anyways, let's continue. The Earth rotates on its axis 24 hours and 35 minutes. So there's 24 hours and 35 minutes in every day, which means when the Earth revolves around the sun, there's 360 days in a year. This is the solar calendar. Then you see right there, the Earth, see that line going at the middle? That's vertical north. Vertical north, that's not magnetic north. Magnetic north is where you see that tilt at. When that tilt is 23.5 degrees, there's a 23.5 degrees from vertical, which makes the world wobble. That's the wobble. And one complete wobble, when the Earth wobbles one time, is 26,000 years. Did everybody get that? Let me reiterate. The Earth is tilted 23.5 degrees from vertical, which makes it wobble. And one complete wobble is 26,000 years. That's called the phenomenon of precession, or the precession of equinox. Okay? Now, that 26,000 years. And inside that 26,000 years of we don't call it the zodiac. Don't call it the zodiac, because when you call it the zodiac, you're adding in that Hellenistic etymology, that Hellenistic, which defrequentizes the attunement and the vibration. You want to keep your vibrations on high attunement. So we're using the word, the phenomenon of precession. The precession means to precess. The Earth time moves clockwise. But when it goes backwards, it precesses. That's precessing. Precess means to go retrograde. Okay, so everybody knows. Maybe some people know, maybe some don't. I don't know who does or who don't. I just want to put it out there for the records. Okay, so now, the so-called zodiac, as it moves through the constellation, precesses. Show me that picture, Queen Mother Mutnatat. Queen Mother of the sun. There's a big picture of the sun in the horizon. If you show me your screen, I'll show you which one I want everybody to see, so that everybody sees. This is on the spring equinox. When day, keep going, just scroll up, go the other way, go the other way, go the other way. The other way, yeah. Keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going. Bingo, you're coming up, keep going, I see it. Keep going. Yeah, that's the one. That's the one. Can you show me? But there's something in front of us. My face, everybody's face is in front of it. We can't see it. I can't see it anyways. Oh, I see it on this screen. There it is right there. That is the spring equinox on the Gregorian calendar. It doesn't matter what calendar you got. It only means when day and night are of equal length. That's spring. That's the spring equinox. Okay? It doesn't matter what calendar it is. When day and night is a mathematical equation or of equal length. Now look at the middle. Look in the middle. If you could blow it up, and where that sun is at, you see it says E. That says a big E. That's the east. Now, at where you put, there you go. You'll see a big E. Now on the right hand side, right where your cursor is, right there where your cursor is, that line underneath it, going up there. Right there. Go up there. Go to the right, all the way up. Bingo. That line there, that's the ecliptic plane. And you see it'll say Aquarius. You see Capricorn. You see Aquarius, and behind it you see Capricorn. That line, that's the line of the phenomenal precession. And then underneath it, where the sun is at, is Pisces. So Pisces was where Aquarius used to be 2,000 years ago, but now it's behind the sun because we're entering into. That's how you know we're in the new age of the great golden age of Aquarius, because it's in the sky right now. As above, so below, as within, so beyond. I like that one. I'm gonna coin that. As within, so beyond. And that's how the great Merkuru, the great pyramid, is orientated to the air shafts are pointed to the south, east, which is pointed to Pleiades. It's pointed to Orion. It's pointed to Sirius. Okay, and the northern star shaft points to the circumpolar stars in the north, which is Tawa Earth or Upawat, no, Tawa Earth, Apet. And these are the four circumpolar stars, which is Polaris, the North Star. And the North Star, next to the North Star, you got Vegan, Theban, and Draco. And that's 6,500 years for Polaris, 6,500 years for Vega, these 6,500 years for Theban, and 6,500 for Draco. That's 26,000 years. You understand how everything works? Now, every megalithic and architectural megalithic monument on this planet, in the Grand Canyon, all them pyramids, they're finding out have a celestial alignment to the constellation of the Pleiades. Okay? And they're pointed to the circumpolar stars. This is how, it doesn't matter where you coming from in this universe, you have to use these coordinations in order to have a fixed position and know where you're at in this quadrant of the universe, if I quadrant the Milky Way galaxy. Okay? And this is how we know on the spring equinox, when before the sun rises, you got to get up on March 21st on the Gregorian calendar, which is spring on the Gregorian calendar. You get up early in the morning and find the darkest spot without city lights and everything. And hopefully it's a clear morning. And you look to the east before the sun rises, and you look to the right, the bottom east, and look it up to the right in 23.5 degrees. That's called the ecliptic plane. And you will see with your own eyes. You don't need nobody to tell you. It's called ponderable matter. Ponderable matter. You can see this with your own eye, and you'll see the constellation of Pleiades, of Aquarius coming down. You won't see Pisces no more, because Pisces is behind the sun, and it won't be visible again for another 24,000 years, whether you're here or not. I guarantee you won't be. Whether you're here or not, it's for the next generation. This is how it works. It's called the phenomenon of precession. And all the ancient architectural monolithic and megalithic architectural monuments with its polygonal and polymer architectural designs were orientated to these celestial alignments. I'm trying to hook you up with the natural alignment so that you can see it. You don't need me. I'm only here to help you remember. I'm just a humble servant of the light. All I want you to do is buy my calendar so you can find out how to tell time, and I need you to buy my book. Other than that, the information is for free. I can't charge you for the information. It's your knowledge. It's against the law. It's against the balance of my heart. I'm here to just flood you with so much information until you tell me. I got to keep running my mouth until you say, Steve, I got to go to sleep. Listen, the kids got to get up in the morning. I got to take them to the PTA meeting. Although I got to keep talking, so I'm going to keep talking. Anybody want to come in? Siba, Queen Mother. Question? Do you have a question that I can roll on your vibration? The Mutnatas, feminine energy. It's ancient in its origin. Oh, that's Dante. That's Dante. Dua Siba. That's one of my graduates from 5 years ago. Does anybody else have a question? Yeah, just pop the questions in the chat room, put them on the screen. I'll deal with it like that. I just don't want to be in a hostile environment. Okay, so my Queen Mothers, I need the feminine energy to speak. If you would like to speak, we have to bow down to the feminine energy. We need to hear the vibratorial frequency of the feminine energy in order there to be balance in this conversation. Okay, I'll continue. Now, the Earth rotates on its axis. Remember, the first calendar of our calendar is a solar calendar. This is solar, sidereal, and lunar. So the solar calendar has 24 hours and 35 minutes. The 35 minutes is split between the sunset and sunrise, which is dusk and dawn. Our ancestors had acknowledged and regulated every second of the light. That's why there are 35 minutes left over in every day. There's 24 hours and 35 minutes. It's split between the sunrise and sunset, dusk and dawn. Now, that's a perfect calendar. There's only one problem. You know what the problem is, everybody? You don't exist. There's only 6 forms of life on the planet: plant, insects, reptiles, water creatures, birds that fly, and animal. The 7th form of life is man and woman. We don't exist. Can you let me show you proof. Let me show you evidence. Flash your PowerPoints, Queen Mother. Let me show them the picture. Because I want all the Medunetta people. I want to make sure that I'm proceeding in a Ma'atian manner and producing. You with me, Queen Mother, with the PowerPoints? So there are 6 forms of life on the planet. These 6 forms of life are plant, insects, reptiles. Okay, water creatures, birds that fly. Okay, what am I looking for? Newt and Seb. I'm looking for Newt, the earth, Newt the sky, and Seb the earth, and with somebody separating them. Just keep rolling up the screen until you. I sent you about seven illustrations. Go the other way. The other's all the other way. I already seen what's up that way. It's the other way. Yeah, we want everybody to see, because I want you to look at the Medunetta so that you can learn how to read. Right, keep going. No, go the other way. Go the other way. Go the other way. We want you to read, write, speak, and teach. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. You can't go no more? That's all you got? Oh, wow. I didn't even. I said, oh, man. See if you can find it. I can't see everything you got on your. What I'm looking at, I don't see it. There's Seb's the earth, Newt's the sky. Oh, no. And there's a figure in the middle holding and separating them. Anyways, so now Seb, the earth netcher, petitioned Lord Jehuti, the moon netcher, for an allotment of time, so that his mate Newt, the sky netcher, could give birth to the earth netcherus. But Ra was unrelenting. It was known that the great company of netcherus, gods and goddesses, would often gather and engage in games of chance. Ra was in need of someone to give names to all the forms of life which he had allowed to evolve. And in this way, his works would have meaning. You see, he was beginning to grow old from the billions and billions of years of existence. He found this task too tedious. A wager was arranged between, I didn't send it. I guess you didn't get it. Between Ra and Jehuti. I'm explaining the text. This is the text out of my book, out of my MP3 audio recording. I'm repeating after I have MP3 right now. A wager was arranged between Ra and Jehuti, with the winner indulging the other. Jehuti would name all the forms of life which Ra had allowed to evolve if he should lose. While should Ra lose, the 35 minutes that exist between the duat and the tuat, which is sunrise and sunset, would be forfeited. In a wager that is known only to the great Netcherus, company of gods and goddesses, Lord Jehuti was the victor. He claimed his prize. The 35 minutes of time he gained control of, leaving an exact cycle of 24 hours, 10 months, 4 weeks, 9 days, totaling 360. When the 35 minutes was multiplied by 360 days, it turned out that they added 5 extra days to the calendar. These are the days that the earth netchers were born. These are called the first ancestors. So everybody talks about my ancestor this, my ancestor that. Yeah, I'm following my ancestors. But can you tell me who your first ancestor is? No, because you don't know how to tell time. That's what time gives you. It gives you your first ancestors. And the first 5 ancestors who were born from the womb of Newt, begotten of Seb, are Heru, Asar, Sut, Ast. Oh, man. And Nebhet. These are the 5 Netcherus, okay? Now let's explain how this happened generically. How did the sky give birth to the earth? The only thing that separates, how did the sky neter give birth to the earth neter? Because this isn't spookism. This isn't spookism. This is sacred science, divine math, and our cultural, cosmic, collective, conscious spirituality. We're adding astrology and astronomy, and we're adding the Medunetta for the resonance, the sound, the frequency, and the acoustics to give us absolute accountability and star validation. So don't nobody roll up on us. We're going to roll right over them. Okay, we're talking cultural, cosmic, collective, conscious spirituality. This is you're in the lion's den. Come on now, ring a bell or something. Where's the lively here? Siba, Molly, where you at? Come on, man. Hit that bell, hit a chime or something. You know, the lion's den is gonna put this unconscious on me. Come on, wake up here, man. We're hitting everything here, baby.
Where you at, JJ? You got the sound.
Okay, so now, what separates the sky from the earth? What separates Nu from Seb? Now watch. Well, watch. Let me tell you. That's how you look at it generically. That's how you look at it with your cultural spirituality. The females will see this. The men, I don't know. The females I know can see this. The sky. The only thing that separates the sky from the earth is the light. And when the light, I need that one later on. That's what I wanted to talk about. That was the picture of the Naga ship. But the light, when the sun sets, what do you see at night? You see stars, right? Where did the sky go? And then the sun rises in the morning, and then you see the sky. You see Nu, right? You see the blue sky. And then when the sun sets, the sky comes down to the earth, and you see stars. And this perpetual cycle, this is the sky and the earth making love. But Seb is blowing blanks because Ra, time was already allotted for. Seb petitioned Lord Jehuti to plead with Ra for an allotment of time so that his mate Nu, the sky Netert, could give birth to the earth netchers, the first ancestors. Okay? But Ra said, hey, there's nothing I can do for you. You know what I mean? Time. Time has already been allotted for. You understand? Time allotment, 12 hours for the day, 12 hours of the night. This is called time allotment. It's already been allotted for. Ra said there's no room for your kids. All the other forms were created and surviving. Remember how many forms of life, everybody? How many forms of life are on the earth at this time? 6 forms of life: plant, insects, reptiles, water creatures, birds that fly, and animal. We're not here. Enter Jehuti. Seb petitioned Jehuti to plead with Ra for the allotment of time. So Jehuti, who you know as Thoth, or Tehuti, knew how to, he's the master of mathematics. He's the master of the Medunetta, of science. Tehuti knew how to finagle the bangle. He's the accountant. You know, Jehuti's the accountant. So Jehuti figured out if he could gain control of the 35 minutes, he can allow time and access of time for the earth netchers to be born. He gained control of the time that exists between the duat, which is sunrise, and the tuat, which is sunset, which is sunrise or sunset, or dusk or dawn. Is everybody with me here? Are you with me, my people?
Yes, I am. Tahuti.
Oh, here we go. Now I hear that feminine energy. Now we talking. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. So
okay,
now,
so we got the brother Commission on here too. He more into this information more than I am, and JJ, so he can really actually build better with you.
no, I think you could deal better with me. We can't do nothing without you, Queen Mother.
I know,
And this
right?
new age order, the great golden age of Asar, is be led by the feminine energy. I'm bestowed this energy because the feminine energy, it's always been a patriarchal society. We've already destroyed the planet. That's our ship. Our run on this planet is done. It's time for the feminine energy to lead us and nurture us and breastfeed us and give us the nutrition and the insight to lead us into this new age order. The great golden age of Asar must be led by the feminine energy to the holistic mothers. Okay? That's why I keep pleading you to hear your voice. Because I want to make sure I'm riding with my aunt and I'm in balance, because I can't be in balance if you're not leading the way. Okay? That's why I keep, so anytime you feel anything, if your heart tells you to say something and you don't say it, that's not right. You need to tell us. Don't worry about what anybody thinks. We need to hear your vibration. We need to hear that vibratorial frequency to make this station, to make this broadcast to emanate. Okay, so if you feel something, just tell us, please. Stop me from running my mouth, and you say what you got to say, please. Okay, Queen Mother. So,
Definitely.
okay,
Commission, you on board?
excuse me.
Yes, most definitely, sister. Peace and love. How you be?
How you doing? Yes,
All is
I
well.
was trying to introduce you to the brother. You
Well,
get a little some of the information he was bringing out.
Yeah, I caught a little bit of it, and Uncle I jet Sanea to the brother.
Dua siba panata pupamara kosejero kujasa nebu benefikia panabu mati. So let me continue. I'm trying to show you how we got here through the Nectarus and how it applies scientifically, mathematically, with our cultural spirituality. This is spookism. This is embedded in stone, in the mastaba text, the coffin text, the pyramid text, the Kemanu, the Shabaka stone, the Hierapolis text, okay? It's written in stone for millions and millions of years. And those who say they read and write Medunetta, if you're not getting this translation, what translation are you getting? If you're getting E.A. Wallace Budge, are you getting Bremstead? Are you getting Birches? Are you getting Petrie? Are you getting Champollion? Are you getting Gardner Signless? Them are Europeans. I learned that Gardner Signless and Champollion and Birches and Bremstead and Budge 50 years ago when I was a novice. But we moved on from that 50 years ago. Thinking your European gonna tell me what my ancestors were saying in Medunetta? We teach, I read, write, speak, teach Medunetta. I teach classes every Tuesday evening. How to read, write, speak, teach, translate the Medunetta. I teach how to decipher the dynamics of the Ipitaru, Shabitan, Tuaheru, But anyways, let me continue with the story of the calendar so you can put it all together. So everybody can put this together and understand the Ren Pet is coming on July 25th on the Gregorian calendar. How do you know it's the New Year's? Because the star rises with the sun in the east. And when the star rises with the sun, it indicates that our Earth made one complete revolution of the sun. So you relate it mathematically, scientifically, and then on these days, you read it spiritually because this is the time when the first ancestors appear. After Newton Seb gave birth, so you're combining it, you're triangulating. You have metaphysics, and you have astrology and astronomy. You have absolute accountability and star validation. And then you
Peace, Elder. Can I ask you a question? Are you open for discussion? Or are you just building?
no, we have no discussion right now, Siba. There's no
Okay.
discussion.
Okay.
There's no discussion. You're just coming in. You never, but it's okay. I understand. We respect you. There's no discussion right now, but if you can let me finish my dialogue, my dissertation for the people, the family that I met across America and around the world, when I finish, you can, since you're on the panel, only one that can ask me anything is people on the panel, and you're on the panel. That's already been discussed, Siba. Yes, you can, Siba, but can I finish, please? Thank you very much, my Siba. I apologize. I don't mean you no harm. So let's talk about the seasons. There's the season. There's 3 seasons. So that's the solar and the sidereal and the lunar. So Newton Seb had birth, had children. Okay, that's the sidereal calendar. Now we went from 24 hours and 35 minutes to 24 hours a day. How many hours in the day today, everybody? How many hours in the day? Anybody? How many hours are in every day? How many hours are in every day? 24, right? There's 24 hours in a day. So if there's 24 hours in a day, we're going to the first motion of the earth. It rotates on its axis. And if it's 24 hours in every day, that means in the second motion, it revolves around the sun. And if it revolves around the sun, that's 365 and a quarter days. That's a year. On your calendar, it's 24 hours and 24 hours is 365 and a quarter. But on the original calendar, remember, there's 24 hours and 35 minutes. So that means it's only 360-day orbit. I'm trying to separate and differentiate the 2 calendars so you can get a better perspective of what I'm saying. Now, the lunar cycle calendar There's 10 days in every week. In the solar and cinnamon calendar, there's 9 days. Before the Romans and the Greeks, there were 9 days in every week. And time was kept by charting stars that were visible on our calendar. Aware of the movement of Earth, stars, and moon, these ancient African indigenous primordial ancestors were cosmically attuned. The lunar calendar has 3 weeks of 10 days, and every month has 30 days. That's how you know it's a lunar cycle calendar, because it takes 29 and a half days for the moon to wax and wane. It's very simple. It's mathematics. So now I can bring in for the scholars, so we can get all the scholars to put in, so they don't think that Ptah is talking some pseudo information. He's got no evidence for this. Where are the evidence? Where are the receipts? I'm trying to pull up the receipts right now, but let's just I'm gonna let you Google the receipts. I want everybody, got your pen and paper out? Please Google first calendar reform. First calendar reform, please. Everybody just write that down on your paper. Then put 754, 754, then put AUC. AUC is AB, AB, U is URBE, and Cortita is CORDITA. Ab Urbe Cortita, first calendar reform. Just put that in your wireless device that you got beside you. I know you all got these computers next to you. Just put it into the web, into the public domain, and you'll see first calendar reform. This is how they stole your time. You got to ask yourself the question, how is it I can wake up every day? No, how is it that your question is, how is it that they can wake up every day and maintain my mental, physical, and spiritual subjugation, place me into slavery, and I just wake up every day going to the plantation and cannot come out of this cesspool that they have me in? How is it that they could do it every day? What is it that they do to control you every day? But why is it that you can't wake up and they could pass this down to their descendants and their children and their descendants? So after they die, you still remain in mental, physical, spiritual subjugation. This ain't right. But how is it that we cannot pass down to our children and our descendants how to liberate ourselves into our mental, physical, spiritual, divine beings of immortality, which is our divine birthright? What is it? What is the device? What is the spell? It ain't voodoo. What is it they do with it? You know how they do it? What do that happens to you every morning when you wake up? What is the first thing you do? I know women's the same way. I'm looking after the kids. I'm preparing the food. Yeah, we know you're doing a wonderful job, Mutnatat. But what is it that they use to control us every morning? Just ask yourself. The first thing you did when you woke up, the clock went off. The alarm went off. Ding-a-ling-a-ling. You know you got to go to the plantation. You know where you got to go. Don't act all innocent here. You know you're headed to the plantation. Now, that clock went off, and that clock is under, remember, GMT, Greenwich Mean Time, and it's under UTC, which is Universal Time Coordinated. So they already stole your time. Then you looked up on the wall, because what's on the wall? The Gregorian calendar. You got to know what day it is. You go, listen, man. Day, yesterday was the hump day. That means tomorrow's day after tomorrow. I get paid. It's payday, baby, on a 7-day week. You don't care about no Ptah, Asar 9-day week calendar. I get paid on 7 days. I get paid on Friday. The eagle flies. I'm going to pop the champagne and make it rain, baby. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to keep it real with you. Now, how do you know there's 9 days? Listen, now, Google it. How do you know there's 9 days in a week? First calendar reform, 754 AUC, which is Ab Urbe Cortita, and that's Latin for upon the founding of the city of Rome. You go up on a police officer, it'll say, if you're in New York City, it'll say New York Cortita. Cortita means city. Ab Urbe means upon the founding. It's on the founding of the city of Rome, but 754 AD, Rome didn't even exist. Rome bogarted that. Rome don't come until 200 BCE. You got AD, I need the meaning. BC, before Christianity, or before Christ, and BCE, before the Common Era or Christian Era, right? But before that, they had AUC, Most people, most ecclesiastic, only ecclesiastic or theologians or heavy scholarship people know about AUC. You got to get into your AUC, because if you put that into the public domain in the World Wide Web, they think that you're a theologian. They think that you're an ecclesiastic, and they're going to give you more information because you're part of the people that keep about our maintaining our mental physical subjugation. Most church people get this information. They know there's 9 days in a week. How do you know there's 9 days in a week? Because all we know is Latin and Greek. Okay? December. Okay, let's just count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 is 10. In Latin is dice. So dice is our 10th month, but yet it's our 12th. So how did December become our 12th month? Dice is 10, but it's our 12th month on the Gregorian calendar. Nove is Spanish for 9, which is nueve. So nove is 9, but it's our 11th month. I mean, is nobody even question this? You're supposed to be scholars. You're supposed to be students of scholarship, and you ain't figured this out? You're either a master student or you're a master stupid. I don't know. You're either an agent for the FBI and you're infiltrating the ranks. I'm kind of skeptic right now. Don't mind me. I'm 71 years old. I've seen it all before. I've seen the old conscious community thing all 25 years ago, back with the Polite and Asar, SETI and Unc West and all the I was there. I just fell back because I seen where it was going. I've been hiding for 25 years, and somebody wanted me to come out today. That's why I'm here. My name is Ptah Seeker Sa. I'm the Royal Scribe, Master Craftsman, and Keeper of Tep Time with Tesha Parah. Just Google the Museum of the National Center Afro-American Artists, 300 Walnut Ave. I reconstructed the Royal Burial Chamber in the Subitia Spalta. But anyways, about all that, let's continue with the first calendar reform. I just want you to see it's in the public domain. Why don't they tell the people this? Let the people judge it. Let the people make a mathematical equation. I'm telling you how they made calendar reform and why they had to reform the calendar. I'm sorry, let me see my face up here. Why they had to reform the calendar is because with the lunar cycle calendar, write this down, everybody. With the lunar cycle calendar, every 130 years, let me reiterate, every 130 years, one unearned day is added to the calendar every 130 years. So you're not going to see it in your lifetime. Neither is your child. Neither is your second descendant going to see it. But 500 years down the road, and that 100 day adds up, on the spring equinox, the sun drifts. It's called it drifts. And when the sun drifts from east to east-south, the southeast, and it drifts 2 weeks, and you plant the seed on the spring equinox. So you're planting the seed 2 to 3 weeks later, the food doesn't grow to its proper potency. That's why they have droughts. This is where the drought comes. Nothing grows. Everybody starves. And if you don't have a bumper crop, the population starves. So while they was raping us and pillaging my people and enslaving us and raping my females and taking all the mineral out the earth and gorging themselves with fornication and parties and orgies all night and making it rain. You know, the Europeans making it the fornication with Bacchus and Frida, them Roman goddesses and gods with the wine and everything. All you gotta do is Google it. All of a sudden, the people were starving. The royalty wasn't starving because they had a bumper crop, but the people were starving because time was shifting and nobody was regulating it with cosmic time. And there was a drift on the spring equinox. So when you plant the seed during the spring, you planted it too late. So the plants didn't grow to its potency. That's why they had to reform. So it got up to so the people started revolting. And somebody said, well, what's going on? So they had to go back to the manual. They got a manual. You got to remember they have a manual of how they enslaved us with time. But they forgot about it because they was having fun partying and fornicating. So now comes down to Google. Now Google the Kriya Canopus. Everybody now, we're going backwards down from 754. You go down to 300 or 289. BCE, which is the decree of Canopus. The decree of Canopus 1, 2, and 3. The decree of Canopus 1, 2, and 3 is Ptolemy the first, Ptolemy the third, and Ptolemy the fifth. Just Google it. And this is engraved on the decree of Canopus. For more reference, the Rosetta Stone is on the decree of Canopus number 3. They found the Rosetta Stone with the Coptic and the Greek and the Medunetta on how Champollion deciphered the Medunetta. That's on the decree of Canopus number 3. To give you more reference for you scholars. Okay? So now, that was, so they reformed, so Ptolemy reformed the calendar. Now, from 300 to 298, that's calendar reform number 2. Now you go down to 46 BC. 46 BC is the Greco-Roman calendar. Just Google it. Greco-Roman calendar, 46 BCE. That's called the Julian calendar. Julius Caesar rose up on Cleopatra's vizier. His name is Sosthenes. Just Google S-O-S-E-N-G. When you Google S-O-S-G, Sosthenes, S-O-S-A-G-E-N, predictive text. Predictive text is going to produce his name because the computer thinks that you're a theologian. The computer thinks you're an ecclesiastic person. It's just you put in the proper letters, and it's gonna. They know what you're looking for. You're looking for Sosthenes. Sosthenes was the vizier of Cleopatra, and Cleopatra and Caesar rose up on him with his knife on his neck, and he put his genitals in his butt because you know how the Romans are. They're rapists, okay? And they was raping Sosthenes. And they said to Sosthenes, "You know who I am? I'm Caesar. I conquered Rome. I conquered Gaul. I conquered Greece. Right? I'm Julius Caesar." It's his name. He says that Jovede. Anybody know what that means? Jovede. That means I came, I saw, I conquered. You ever see the plays on Fifth Avenue? And they talk about Jovede. They're talking about Julius Caesar. That's his most famous quote. Jovede. I came, I saw, I conquered. Put me on the map, he said to Sosthenes. So we went from 10 months to 11 months. We went from 9 days to 8 days. Julius Caesar got assassinated in the Senate. They said, "Beware the Ides of March." Most people should know this. I'm just trying to refresh your memory. Beware the Ides of March. Don't go to the Senate. You know what Julius Caesar said? They said, don't go to the Senate, Julius. Beware the Ides of March. You know what Julius said? Jovede. I came, I saw, I conquered. Julius goes to the Senate and got assassinated by the senators. They all stabbed him. And the last one to stab him was Brutus. You know, Brutus stabbed him. You ever hear the quotation? Et tu, Brute? You know, you too, Brutus? Okay? I'm just trying to put a little comedy in the show, okay? It's all part of that European history. I'm not here to talk about history. I'm here to talk about our story. But to break down this calendar reform, I got to go through this. So now, Julius got assassinated. Augusta came. King Tiberius, then came Augusta. Augusta was his godchild. Augusta has a battle with Antony and Cleopatra, and Augusta rose up on Sosthenes, and Sosthenes having a bad 10 years, okay? He's getting raped every 10 years, all right? And they rode up on Sosthenes again. He says, "I'm Caesar. I'm Augustus Caesar." He's the next Caesar. He says, Jovede. He hears it again. So we went from 8 days to 7. We went from 11 months to 12. That's the Gregorian Greco-Roman calendar that's on your wall. So how can December be our 12th month when Dece means 10? How can Nove be our 11th month and November means 11? Nove means 11, you know, Nueve. How can October be our 10th month when it's Octo? Octo in Latin is an octopus. An octopus has 8 tentacles, right? An octagon has 8 sides. The Latin root word for 8 is octo. So why is octo your 10th month? You never asked yourself? You're supposed to be a scholar. You're supposed to have due diligence. You're just taking regurgitating information and feeding it into you. That's called contraband. You become contraband. Contraband is melanated or a black person conditioning another black person into mental, physical, spiritual, subjugated slavery. That's the word of the day. The word of today is flagellate. To flagellate. Flagellate is the whip. and you take the whip. You know, the Indian people and the Brahmins and the robber guys in India, into that religious fanatic stuff over there, they take the whip and they beat themselves. That's called flagellation. The way the slave master used to beat us was flagellation, but this is called self-flagellation. You're beating yourself. That's called UPP, unnecessary pain and punishment. Why do you wake up every morning to inflict pain upon yourself and inflict pain upon your children and send them off to that school to get the same information you got, to be caught in that Hellenistic paradigm doctrines of injured humanity? We have to change our movements, our thinking. We have to become cosmic. But anyways, let's just finish the calendar reform, because it's in the public domain. You're supposed to be scholars. You're supposed to be, I know I'm in the conscious community right now. I know where I'm at. I know you're scholars. I know you want receipts. I'm showing you where to get the receipts, right to your slave master. It's in the public domain. They got it there because for the ecclesiastic and the theologians who control you. Your pastor down the street who controls you with that worship of some nature or some god or deity that you can't even see. It's been going on and going on. That's the whole rhythm. And I'm trying to show you how to break the rhythm. But anyways, that's calendar reform number 4. Because you got Ptolemy, you got 754 AUC, then you got Ptolemy, you got the Decree of Canopus 1, 2, and 3, which is Ptolemy the 1st, 3rd, and 5th. Then you got the 46 BC is the Gregorian calendar, Greco-Roman. This has been going on because it kept going on because each time they straightened it out, the sun kept drifting because they're so busy enriching themselves on Africa, on our women, on our food, on our resources, that they forgot all about it. They're partying, making it rain. They ain't got no time to think about the sun rising until the food don't grow. Here comes the calendar reform. The next calendar reform is 125 AD. It's called the Council of Nicaea. You ever heard of the Council of Nicaea? Google it. Council of Nicaea. Everybody with me? Is my family with me here? Am I talking to myself here? I got my family here. I like to, yay. Okay, the Council of Nicaea, 135 AD. Now we're in AD, right? 135 AD is the Council of Nicaea, because the Emperor Constantine, because now everything, because if you Google, we're at 46 BCE, but at 125 BCE is Ptolemy the 8th. But Google, first, before we go there, Google Ptolemy the 8th. Christius, just Google Ptolemy the 8th. Christius, 125 BCE. Everybody, just Google Ptolemy the 8th. Christius, 125 BCE. And Ptolemy had the bishops of Christ. So here it is that the Christian religion or the Christian gospel was in full bloom 125 years before Jesus was even born. Do you ever ask yourself why? Because it originally started from Ptolemy the First Soter. His name is Ptolemy the First Soter Serapis September Maria. Now we got to go back up to the second calendar reform, 300 AD, when Alexander conquered the world and he got over to Persia and Asia, where he died. All his generals they put these straws in a cup, and Ptolemy drew the longest straw. He drew Egypt. That's how Ptolemy got to Egypt, through the luck of the draw. And when he got there, he wanted to become a god, so he killed everybody. He was slaughtering other people, all the priests. He said, make me a god, make me a god. So he got down to Memphis. And the priest said, oh, whoa, what's up? He said, I want you to make me a god. He said, that's all you want, we'll make you a god. Okay, some people say they were sellouts, but they wasn't sellouts, they was trying to stop the blood. So they put a pot on his head with flowers, and they made him Serapis. They made him Soter, Serapis, September, Mary, Amen. Just Google it, everybody. You'll see the picture that they used for Jesus was on Ptolemy's face. Just Google this right now. If you could Google it, Queen Mother, with your computer and flash that picture up on the screen. It says Ptolemy, P-T-O, Ptolo, P-T-O-L-O-M-I-E-S, Ptolemy's the First, S-O-T-E-R, Soter. And then you want to put in Serapis, S-C-R-A-P-I-S. Serapis is Asar and Hapi. Serapis, then you put September. Sep means first, Tep means time, and Ra, he was the first chosen of Ra, and Mary Amen was beloved of Amen. That was his name. Ptolemy the first, September Ra, Mary Amen. No, Ptolemy the first, Soter. Don't forget to put in Soter. Because Soter means savior. This is where they took the Asarian doctrines of Asarianization. They took our spirituality, and Ptolemy incorporated it all. And that's his last name was Amen. So when they say Amen, they're talking about Ptolemy. And when we say Amen, we're talking about the third primordial field force and attribute with the fourth primordial field force, which is gravity, because there's electromagnetism, strong force, and gravity, and there's the weak force. And then these were the four attributes of manifestation. Is Temu. Temu means to think. The four attributes before the creator became the creator had to acquire four attributes of manifestation: Temu, Ptah, Amen, and Kepra. And when he became these four, he acquired he, she. Our creator is he and a she. Our creator is androgynous. I keep saying he because I suffer from post-traumatic slave syndrome. But I want to recognize to let the females know if I say he, again, smack me because it was he and she. Okay, my queen mother goddess, I don't want to offend the feminine energy there. Hey, don't mind me, man. I feel like I'm here by myself. I've been talking for an hour and 40 minutes. And I'm 71 years old. And, I guess I want to finish this up.
I'm here. I'm just listening.
I want to finish this calendar format.
All right. Hey, listen. I want you to meet another brother named Commissioner Adapt. He Metanetter. I asked him, could he come meet you? So maybe he has some questions. Peace and love, Commissioner. Go ahead and introduce yourself to the elder.
Yeah, all is well, brother. I just greeted the elder a few minutes ago.
You just came in a few minutes ago, you said?
Yeah, I just greeted you a few minutes ago. That was me that said.
When did you come into the queue?
I just greeted you a few minutes ago, brother. You say, once we open up, we can have a conversation.
Oh, that was you. Okay. Beautiful. Okay, excellent. Okay, excellent. I understand now. I apologize.
Yeah, no problem.
Yeah, I had stepped
brother.
away. I didn't even know Commission was on the panel.
Yeah, it ain't no big deal.
Did everybody else step away? Am I here talking to myself an hour and 42 minutes?
No.
We've been sitting here listening to you, elder, the whole while.
Okay, I appreciate you. I just want to make sure that the family, I just try to reach the family. That's all I'm trying to do.
Yeah, I'm disciplined, brother. I ain't got no problem listening to you. I just want to ask you a few questions.
You got the floor. You got the floor.
And I hear you speaking of a calendar and so forth and so on. That's all good and well. But I would like to first start with asking you, because you say that you have your own methodology and you don't deal with any of Champollion or E. Wallace Budge and so forth and so on. So
That's not what I said. I said that I studied him 50 years ago when I first began. Okay. I've studied in the temple for 65 years.
Can I ask you the question?
Brother, but what I'm saying is, but listen, brother, I didn't come here to be on a hostile environment. Brother, I didn't listen.
He just asked the question.
I'm not trying to compete with you.
Yeah, go ahead.
I'm not trying to. Are you open for questioning, brother? If not, I stand down. I respect you.
No, I'm open for questions, but I just want to let you know that I just want you to separate.
I don't argue, brother. I'm not an argumentative brother, so you don't even have to.
You're not one of them, elder. I promise you.
I don't beef, and I ain't with that. If it ain't about peace, I'm ma'adik. I stand down.
Okay, brother. Continue, brother. I heard you. Kill it.
Okay. So I'm asking you the question, brother. In regards to dealing with the language, you mentioned the Rosetta Stone, and I want to paint this picture quickly because I don't want it to be long drawn out. The Rosetta Stone come forth in 196 BC, correct?
Maybe. The Rosetta Stone is the decree of Canopus.
I know about the Canopus, elder. I'm familiar with
So if you know if it's about Canopus, then you know that 1, 2, and 3 is Ptolemy the first, Ptolemy the third, and Ptolemy the fifth. So if you add all those three dates together, why would you say it's 190-something BCE when it could be from the first?
Can you let me ask you the question? Because all of them supposed to say the same thing. The Canopus
don't say the same thing.
It's supposed to say the same thing according to some people. That's how they would push it.
It's
You know,
not
I
the
know
same thing.
better. I know.
Elder, real quick. I mean, just let him get his question out. Ain't nobody's here to attack you, so you know your energy don't have to change. We all here in love. I
Yeah,
promise.
yeah. I'm not trying to attack the brother. I'm trying to get to a point here. You know, because you know, in common history, when they get into it, no matter what, let's just say this here. None of those decrees existed 3,000 years ago. We know that to be a fact. And if not, you know, I say somebody prove me wrong. I know that they don't exist during that time. And the reason why I say this, because you said they have 3 languages on them. You know, they have what a lot of us like to call metal netta, right? Which means some people say divine language, language of the gods. They got all type of interpretation for it. But then you have what you have as the other 2 languages, which is what they call Greek, right? And then we have Demotic, right? Correct. So
What is the
my question,
question, brother? What is the question?
I'm getting to it right now. If I put some hieratic writing up here for you to read, can you read that hieratic writing?
That's
Because
nothing
there's
but
no
yes,
hieratic.
that's cursive. Yes, I
There's no.
can, brother. Yes, I can, brother. You wanna
Okay,
you wanna
okay.
challenge my mental netta? Are you here to challenge my
No,
mental
no,
netta? What
no,
is your
brother. No.
question then? Can you just tell me what
Can
your
you,
question is so
hey,
I
Elder,
can
brother,
move
you know
on?
what,
all
Elder?
right, we might
Hotep,
have to
Elder,
do
Hotep.
question and
Yeah,
answer.
yeah, nah,
Yeah,
Hotep, Elder. I'm gonna let the brother stand, you know, cause
yeah.
he's
All right,
feeling,
Elder.
yeah,
All right.
I
he
understand where
on.
you're coming from, brother. Yes, I
Oh, you
can
gotta calm
distinguish
down.
in different.
You gotta
I
calm
can
I'm
down.
gonna
distinguish
respect
in
you though.
different.
You don't understand where I'm coming from, but I'm gonna respect you and I'm gonna stand down, brother, because
And
I know I can't have this conversation with you. But peace and love, family, for inviting me here. And
yeah,
mashallah, we'll come back on here again and demonstrate. But
yeah.
peace to the elder. Ain't
Yeah.
no beef and none of that right now.
Right. Come on. Yeah.
All
All
is
right.
well.
It's okay, brother. It's okay. I respect you and I appreciate you. I'm just saying is you're trying to say something and explain something which is not a question. If you was before the United States Senate right now with Bondi, you wouldn't get a you have to ask a question to get a reply. You're not asking a question, you're telling me something. It's a question. What is your question? That's all I asked you. It's simple. What is it's a question? You got a question, you ask it. You got it, and I'll answer it.
Yeah, but
That's all
Elder,
I'm saying.
everybody don't formulate their questions in that manner and
That's the
style. So
same way Bundy's saying exactly. That's why this thing's not in jail. But anyways, I'm gonna fall out. I'm gonna bow back. There's no the positivity has faded, and I wasted my time with this 147 minutes. I don't know, but I want to give my respect to the Queen Mother Goddesses on the panel. I am honored to be here. I'm honored to run my mouth and have a chance to be on this esteemed panel of the Lion's Den with the Queen Mother Goddesses. I am honored to be here. I am elated. And I let that run, let them shackle, let that run up to your masters. I bet your masters won't, none of your teachers come and challenge me because they know who I am. They know I'm from the temple and I'm coming with the cosmic breath. I wouldn't get a chance to take you to the cosmic ocean. They don't even know who they believe in. I asked some of the teachers, well, who I respect the Christians and the Israelites and everyone else better than I respect the Kemetic people, since we want to get into this conversation, because at least they know they worship God. I asked the Kemetic people, well, who you worship? Someone
yeah,
told me Amen Ra. And Amen Ra is a star date. That's what I have to understand. I answer the star date and everything. Amen Ra, the temple of Luxor and Karnak has an avenue sphinx that is orientated to the celestial spring equinox when the constellation of Amen, which is Aries, in European astrology, and when Aries or Amen came down that constellation alignment with Ra, Amen became Amen Ra, and that was part of the 26,000 year cycle of 2,160 years. We go through each and every sign. 12 times 2 is 24. It's like the Shabaka stone. The Shabaka stone theology, Ptah is on top. And we know Ptah is not the creator because the Ptah is the second attribute of manifestation, or the second field for primordial field force, which is the strong force, because because the creator had 4 attributes of manifestation. Temu, it's not Atum. I talked to Shabaka, I talked to Kaba Comedian, they're still talking that Atum crap. Atum is atomic energy. Atum is when the sun set. Atom is a fragment of the sun, and the sun is atomic energy. The sun is a hydrogen atom, is a proton, a neutron, surrounded by a nucleus. It has an electron. So we're talking about atomic energy. That's light. So we already explained what the light is. The movement, time is the movement and measurement of light from one point of distance to the other. The light produces from the black hole, and the black hole produces an expanding universe. But this expanding universe, what is it expanding from? It's expanding from a subatomic energy, which is the innerverse. Because the light shines its light on anything, it creates a shadow. It shows you this. So you need an eye to see. You need an ear to hear. You need an understanding how. You can't debate me. You're still eating meat. Your mind's all clogged down. Okay? You don't even know how to tell time. I'm trying to bring this to the table. All I want to do is find those that have an eye to see so that they can disseminate this to the rest of the people. I'm here from 25 years to now, and you guys got your little thing going on. I appreciate being here with you. I respect you. I respect the Queen Mother Goddesses. I'm just a humble servant of the light. In my temple, I wash floors and clean windows. I'm a nobody.
So let me ask you something, Elder. Like anybody that I bring up here on the stage or invite, they're gonna be like-minded and they can learn from your information. But you kind of
He never asked me a question. He didn't ask a question.
I don't know, but listen, Commission's a very humble brother. I've been knowing him for years. He's not up here to challenge you. So I was just saying, man, we're not gonna bring nobody over here that's trying.
But I'm okay. I love you, brother. But I'm saying that was Q&A. You know what Q means in Q&A? That's what I'm saying. Question. It's a question.
That's a question, but everybody don't. Some people like to build up to a question, but
That's a debate. That's a debate. That's a debate. Now you're switching. Now you become academia. That's academia. That's scholarship. I wouldn't even call myself a scholar. To call yourself a scholar is an insult to your ancestors, because that means you're worshiping Plato. You're worshiping Aristotle. Who? Just Google it. Just Google it in the public domain. Who has the first school of scholarship? You're going to see Plato.
Okay, so we have another brother that want to come up here, Omar.
As long as he asks a question, I'm as humble, I'm as peaceful as can be.
Yeah, I know. I was bragging about you to some of the people like Kamisha and Tahuti and guys like that. So, I mean, you kind of,
I apologize.
You kind of came off the energy a little wrong, man. So
I apologize.
Come on up, Omar.
I already know what's coming. I was here 25 years ago. It's the same mentality.
Yeah, Omar, you got to go to the look up on YouTube, JJ7000 and Lions Den. That's the fastest way to find this channel, because there's a whole bunch of other Lions Dens out there, and they'll be putting up other ones that's bigger than us. But if you, my name is tied into that channel, JJ7000 Lions Den. Just Karima, if you could put the link in the channel over there on JJ7K TV, that some of the people that's watching from over there can come in and question. But yeah, so I don't know, maybe me, you, and Kamisha can talk behind the scenes, because he also deals with the language. That's all he was saying. He taught me that the Ptolemies added like 6,000-7,000 characters or 700 characters to the script and added their own hieroglyphs. So he tries to decipher it, coming from our mind, because there's a couple of brothers out here that's working on that. Smash Rockwell, Commission, and yeah, that's why I invited him. I figured y'all could, exchange information, because he's very respectful. So, Commission, I apologize. It didn't work out, but this brother's, he got a good spirit. He just didn't want to be attacked by, other people in the community. He'd been there before. So, that energy was a little bit off, but hopefully we can reconnect, y'all, and go from there. But if nobody want to come up, the link is in Karima, can you share the link on JJ7K TV? And then that way the brother Omar can come up here, because he's out. He's really liking your information that I see in the chat. So if not, we can go ahead and end it. Nobody else want to come up from this channel?
Hey, Siva, I love you. Divine love, Nebumer, Ekir. Divine love, Panata, Pupamaron, Costajeron, Kujas, Nebu, Nefikir. Panabur to all our listening audience across America and around the world. You are tuned in to the Lion's Den with the Queen Mother Goddesses and my brother. So I want to say to you that in the words of our paternal father, whose name is Asar Unefa Kentiamenti, that within the whole of the universe, nothing is ever added and nothing is ever lost. Atura, Pearl Tep.
All right. Love, family. Appreciate you. Let's get up out of here, man. I don't think nobody else want to come up. And yeah, it was a pretty good show. Hope y'all soaked up some of that information. Like I said, the Lions Den, we bringing out people from different walks of life. My disclosure, I don't believe everything that a person comes up here and say. I just give them the chance to, get it out to the community, and if I disagree, I can come to them respectfully and ask questions, and, we move from there. But, okay, we got Omar Muhammad in the building. I don't know if the elders look like he froze, but go ahead and ask your question, family.
Hey, good looking out, JJ. I just want to respectfully ask the elders something. You know what I'm saying? I was up on your other channel,
JJ 7K.
Yeah, I was on the 7K, so I didn't see the link up in there. But good looking out, JJ. Thanks for bringing me on, man. Like I said, I didn't come up here to argue with the elder or nothing. I just wanted to ask a question, and I'm not going to even respond back to the answer because, like I was saying before, comedic studies is not my specific cup of tea. But shout out to the elder, shout out to the panel and everything. So, elder, where did the elder go?
Yeah, I think he called it tonight, man. You give me your phone number and we can talk to him behind the scenes or whatever.
Well, I got a question for you. I got a question for you then, JJ.
Now wait a minute. Whoa.
No. It's respect.
Ain't you still looking your wounds from the last time you ran up on the champ? You better be. Hey, come on, bro. I'm tired of doing this. Now go ahead,
JJ. My question has nothing to do with the Bible. It strictly has to do with comedic culture and comedic teaching. You know what I'm saying? And the thing is, I'm not going to even argue because, like I said, the comedic studies, this is not my cup of tea.
Right.
So maybe if you can answer it, JJ, or if anybody on the panel can answer the question. So when it comes to the comedic deities, the so-called netters, was it more of a spiritual thing, or did they really think that these netters / gods existed? And the reason I'm asking this question is because they raised up temples. They had shrines to these deities. So if it's so-called mythological, why would a person spend 30, 40 years to build up a temple in a shrine?
That's right.
I'm with you. In a shrine, if it was just so-called mythological and it wasn't real. So basically, what you already know what I'm asking, JJ. Did they really believe? Did they really believe that these? I want to be respectful. Deities, netters, Osiris with the dog head and
Anubis.
Anubis.
That's right.
What was the female god name? What was the female god name? No, not Isis. Because no. The one with the so-called snake, and she. You know who I'm talking about, JJ.
Let me just go and break it down for you, man. See,
break it down. Break it down. Like I said, I don't want to respond. I just want to. I'm learning now. You know what I'm saying? Respectfully. Go ahead, JJ.
This is what we do at the Lions Den Academy of Education and Information. We break it
down. Say no more. Say no more.
Yeah.
Go ahead, JJ.
Yeah. Now, see, from my studies, man, I've come to the conclusion that they actually believe that these deities were real. I say that to say this because during the 0 and 1st dynasty, the king or the pharaoh would die. I mean, when he died, I guess he left in his will that, everyone, that's close to him had to come with him. I mean, the noblemen, the mathematicians, his architects, his mistress, his wife, they taking him with them. They call those retainer sacrifices. The reason why they call them retainer sacrifices is because they believe that when they die, they believe in the afterlife. Omar, they in their Book of the Dead, their verbiage just tell us they had prayers like we had prayers. So if you deal with Allah or Yahweh or you just say Jesus, you know how you pray to them and all that. But they had rituals, they had ceremonies where these people invoke the spirit of Ra into his statues, and these priests would come out and bring this statue in front of the people. And these people would say, well, and these people would ask the question, well, why my crops ain't growing? Or why this? Why my wife cheating on me? So they actually believed that this was real. They're going to the afterlife to be with Osiris. But people like Jabari and Reggie and all these rest of these characters want to teach it. It's just spiritual. And that's a goddamn lie. Why would these people go to these extremes to write the priests will write spells so they can get past these demons, hoping that they even get past the wane of the heart? Now they got to go travel through to get this netherworld, to get to the field of reeds with Osiris, to live forever in afterlife. So yes, and Jabari, you've been running from this topic. I already beat you up over here on this topic 6-7 years ago, and you said, "Well, I want to take this on the big stage." And I got it on tape. And you've been running from it ever since. So yeah,
JJ, I hate to say it. I hate to say it, JJ. I agree with you.
That's right.
JJ, I will 100%. The reason why I said I wasn't going to respond, but I feel I have to respond because I know a little bit, but I can still stand corrected if I'm wrong. Yeah. So just like you said, they really believe that the netters was real. They believe that. They believe that, but the brothers like Jabari and Reggie want to say, "Oh, it was what's the word they used?
Principle.
It's a principle. It was principle." But here's the thing. Here's the thing here, JJ. When you dive into that book of the dead, when they had all those, because remember they say, "Oh, the Bible is what Reggie say." Oh, Daddy, he said, "You're Yahweh, the Sky Daddy."
Yeah,
he called the Most High Sky Daddy.
Yeah, the nerve.
But here's the thing. Here's the thing, though, JJ. In response to Reggie and all them other brothers and Jabari and them, here's the thing. Here's the thing, and this is key. If you're gonna call him a so-called Sky Daddy, listen. On the Book of the Dead, listen. They had good science and they had potions that can really heal. They had natural stuff that can heal. Yeah. But what did the Kemetic priests do after they administered the potion or the remedy to the disease?
You gotta teach me that part. What did they do?
The incantation. They read the incantation.
Okay,
they read the spell. They read the spell. Am I wrong?
Yeah,
am I wrong?
Yeah, I believe that part. Yeah.
So here's the thing. No, I'm gonna let you cook. I'm gonna land right quick, JJ. Thanks. Respect.
Like you said, brother, they gotta stop this misconception that the Kemetics, they didn't believe, y'all got a Sky Daddy. I'm like, no, y'all do too. Mostly every culture out here on the planet got some kind of Sky Daddy, a Sky Mama. What we doing?
Thank you.
We'll make y'all different. So
and then also, Go ahead, JJ. My bad. No. Go ahead, brother.
No. So this is the argument that I always had when I ran up on Jabari, when I ran up on Shaka, when I ran up on what's that? Smash Rockwell, and all these committees are trying to teach that no, they didn't believe in that. Then what's the point of going through all these rituals? What's the point? Because I caught Jabari.
Thank you. I
caught him one time, Omar. He said, "Yeah, I pray to Osiris." I said, "What? What did you say?"
JJ. I didn't mean to cut your wisdom, brother. I watched that live. I watched that live when Jabari said that. Not only did he say that he prayed, he said that he does incantations and spells, and that nigga do the voodoo work and light incense and pray and pay homage and do all that crazy stuff. So the thing is, you know what I'm saying? For me in particular, as being the Israelite brother, how you gonna call my Most High a Sky Daddy when them niggas got a Sky Daddy too? Excuse my French, by the way.
That's right.
Cook, JJ. Go ahead, JJ. You could.
Man, I'm glad that you brought some clarity to that. I'm glad I wasn't the only one that heard him. Because if you was in the audience that day, I said, "What? You prayed to who, Jabari?" And he tried to back. I prayed to him, but it's just a principle. I said, "No, that ain't what the Kemetics teach, brother. If they got all these spells, the Book of the Dead and the Book of the Heavenly Cow and all this, and getting prepared to get mummified before your death, and bro, they took the afterlife more serious than they did living. They the more religious. They the most religious group of people on this planet.
Correct. That's correct, JJ. And not only are they so religious and they take all this word for word in actual reality.
Literal.
The thing is, literal. Thank you, literal. So here's the thing here. If you were Pharaoh, why would you kill 1,000 dogs and have them buried up in your tomb with you? If you don't really believe in that. When they uncover a lot of them pharaohs, what did they found? Dogs.
How many dogs they take with them?
I think it was one pharaoh had like 1,000 dogs buried up in there with him.
Hey, look, playing DMX. Where my dogs at?
Where my dog? JJ, stop, brother. JJ, you making me agree with you when it's so hot. Niggas slow down, JJ.
7,000 here.
But no, that's real though. You know, and you know, just diving back up to the subject. That's what I was saying. I was like, you can talk stuff about, the Most High, whatever, and all this. Did Moses cross the Red Sea? All this other stuff, and I was just like, yo, I don't even want to dive into what some of the pharaohs did, because I know you heard the one thing, and I want to choose my words.
But the crocodile
very wisely.
You talking about no? You talking about where they ejaculated? Look, they ejaculated to the Nile
in the river. Oh my God, in the river. Thank you. I'm gonna let you say it. Because you know where I'm going. I'm gonna let you say it.
Yeah. I forget what.
That's absolutely disgusting.
Pharaoh Ming. I think his name is Pharaoh Ming. Yep.
Pharaoh Ming. Thank you.
This ritual where the Pharaoh would ejaculate in the Nile to honor Amun, the one that either spitted life into existence or ejaculated, into the earth to create people. That's one of their stories. So they believe this is real because they honor them. Every year they go to the Nile. Hey, look, they all gather. Look, they all grease their palms up. Look. No, I ain't gonna do that joke.
Hold on. What makes it even more disgusting? What make it even more disgusting is he did that in front of a crowd of people, man.
Yeah,
that's crazy, man.
Yeah,
man.
But that's what they believe. They believe that's how So that's what I'm saying. They actually believe that this was real, whether we don't understand it or not. And we can laugh and make fun of, but this is what these people believe. This is what they believe.
Say that word again.
At the war, they
say that word again. No, JJ, say that word again. Not. They didn't believe into it figuratively. What was that other word that you used?
Literally. Yes. Literally. Trying to play with that word.
Thank you, JJ. Oh my.
Yeah. Don't even.
I can't believe I'm agreeing with you, JJ. Literally, boy.
Right, man.
Jabari took himself on that, man.
Stop hanging out in them ISUPK crowds. Come over here with us, man.
Man, leave my captain alone, man. Leave my brothers alone.
Write this down in history.
Leave him alone, man.
Clip this before he try
leave
to
him alone,
video
man.
take it
Come
down.
on, JJ.
I don't know what
but no, JJ. So you see how the other day how our conversation went. You know what I'm saying? I can stand corrected and I can apologize, but the thing is, I felt like you wouldn't letting me cook. And then you was kind of cut me off a little bit, but I understand, but I'm back again. I'm back with respect. We building. And I think that I think that's good for the people to hear. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But no. Even though I disagree with you, JJ, we can still build respectfully. Right. But what I agree with you on is this freaking comedic off the sky, the so-called the comedic culture. Right. And how them brothers built off the Book of the Dead and said, "Oh, it's not literal." Yeah. And they believe in every part of it.
It's not literal.
You 100% correct, JJ Cook, brother.
He try to mix the word up and trick you, y'all. The bird slick. I catch him every time. Why do you think they don't want me over there? So now he can come on and not get challenged about them not being literal, and then the pod can go up there and teach that Jesus Christ is the serpent of the garden. See, everybody's scared to say something to us. So I know they don't want.
That's crazy. No. So they tough environment. I said it in the chat. Yeah. I said it in the chat before. I said it, but I'm always respectful. I was like, come on, sis Napa. I'm like, how could you believe that the serpent in the garden was Christ? I'm like, that's crazy coming from an Israelite sister at that. But you know what I'm saying? Because I be on his platform too, and I got a lot of love and respect for Napa and Sa. So I can't disrespect them, but I disagree with what she said on that. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's healthy to challenge information. You know what I'm saying? But it's all good though.
So you need to
But
go watch
respect
my
to them though too.
you should go watch my show I did 2 days ago on that topic. I called on Sonetta. We supposed to have a debate, but he ran from that. But I went from Genesis all the way down to Revelation and showed you the serpent in each chapter, and then I showed the real Redeemer. Ain't no snake gonna be how the serpent is gonna trick mankind and then come back later to redeem itself. That's Jesus. Are you kidding me?
It don't make sense. And you know what, JJ? I agree with you on that too.
Right.
Yeah,
That
man.
being said, hey, let's get up out of here, Sister Karima. Elder, like you say, hopefully, man, you and Kamisha can build. I don't think he was coming in any deceitful way. Like you said in the audience, Omar, Kamisha do good with this type of stuff too. I seen you in the audience saying that.
Yeah, brother Commission Adept does real because the thing is, like I said, I'm not knowledgeable in that, but I seen him on other platforms and side channel, and he's real knowledgeable with the Coptic, the demonic, and the proto-Sinaitic script. He's I can almost call the brother a master at that. You know what I'm saying?
Taught me a lot of stuff.
So
Yeah.
he's dangerous. And the thing about it, respectfully, when Comedic Adept asks his question, the elder should have just answered the question instead of fighting back. That's what I just wanted the elder to answer it. So I mean, but I'm gonna fall back though. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, that's not my lane.
I
I'm
didn't
gonna
even
fall
get to
back,
hear the
JJ.
question. I don't. Hey, man. Hey, I'm glad you came back, man. Indigenous Black man said he still wants to smoke with you. Y'all both put on a good improv debate. It was cool. I think that was 2 nights ago. Yes. So yeah, man, you welcome to come back anytime.
Conversation, dialogue.
Come back on and challenge me. Anything, bro. You got something you want
I
to
will.
present? Yeah, brother. I got love for you. You've been in the community for a while. So with that being said, Sister La Heifer, do you have anything to say before we get up out of here?
Respect. I'm out of here, JJ. Thanks for bringing me out. Thanks to the sister. Thanks to the elder. Thanks to everybody on the panel. I'm out of here. You know what I'm saying? I'll be back again, JJ. Respect, man. Much love, brother. Shalom.
All right. Assalamu alaikum now. What?
No, shalom, nigga.
Man, your name Omar Muhammad, man. What's going on with that?
Brother, I told you I grew up in Chicago. I came from the mosque off of Stony Island.
Okay.
Southside. I told you that.
Southside. Okay.
But that's not my ideology. I'm gonna let you cook though, because it's your Jome. Thanks for bringing me up, and much love to everybody. Respect, JJ.
Man. Trust to believe that. Yeah. All right, there. You welcome, man. Let's get up out of
Good
here,
looking
man.
out, JJ.
Great show, Elder. You just got to get used to some of our questionnaires. They don't mean no harm. I'll let you know if you're ready for some of the ones that they want to come over here and really, act. They don't like the fool question. You put me in front of you. I got it. But they ain't gonna let nobody come over here and disrespect you because you nailed it. But they do have the right to ask, a question because they want to learn from you. Once you do a whole teaching over here, you should be prepared for people to ask questions. With that being said, criminal, let's get up out of here, man. Hit that like, share, subscribe to Lions Den, JJ7K TV. You know how we do this. We bring the real information out.